large event, talk to them and make them know because your event might get just shut down like that. And I think, they're not the best things, but I think it's the right move. It's the right move because, again, we could only make laws and, do things when we see the direction in which things they head.
Right.
So, just to give you an idea that, even these places aren't safe, so maybe now we have to, make sure that security is up. And to me, that's not a step backward, that's a step forward, I think.
Step forward. Yeah.
It's a step forward. So, yeah.
One, was it? No, remember when that incident happened down south in the bar? And the committee said something, and then it struck me as, so, how many bars are around the country? I think there's quite a few.
Yes, they are.
And he's saying, well, they should have had police security.
Yeah. Well, they did have. Oh.
No, they didn't have no security.
Which one? Or
the one where the ladies.
The bar downstairs.
Were in the bar, and then the guys,
and
and they clean out the fridge. Yeah. But then he said they closed them down because they never had police security. But then I'm wondering, when he said that, and I should have brought it up, but it slipped me. How many bars are around the entire country? How many bars are in Belize City? And if police have to be a security at all of these bars, then where the rest of the police do the work? Because, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of, I guess the off-duty work. I don't know. But, if police have a security, I would have figured you have paid security. But he said you have a police security. So, I don't know.
Talk about I think he's talking about events. If you have one.
No, the bar down so he said they close them, they don't give them back their license, they suspend their license because they never have police security.
Yeah, well, I think that's the one thing where I believe where the mind is willing but the body isn't able. It would be nice to have a police security in every place for certain.
That's why they ask. So do we have?
We don't have enough police to do that. So the only thing is that to make sure that the people who get those jobs have certain responsibilities and authorities, I guess.
I know.
I mean, we realize we got a problem. Everybody likes that weed, but we got a drinking problem. And we know people get drunk and do all kind of things. So, just got to be ready for that. And then with the sporting events and like that, that has nothing to do with alcohol. That just have to do with, a lot of people are there, from all over the place. And for security's sake, you have officers there.
Exactly.
Or trained security,
I guess.
Yeah, trained security.
Well, he said police, he made specific.
Yeah, no, I tell you, nobody respect security better than police security. Because any other security, why not police? But when you say police there, people tend to, tighten up a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. Speaking about tighten up, Ontario, Canada had $100 million deal with Starlink, and they said, screw that. We're not doing that anymore. We're not dealing with anybody that don't think that we are a country. And I thought that was telling. Ontario, the prime minister, whatever they call him, of Ontario said that they don't do business with anyone that does not recognize them as a country. Do you know any other country that's doing business with a country that doesn't recognize them as a country?
You think?
Yeah. See? And that's where a lot of that's the way they kill the world. Morality, and backbone. Because we could find all kind of reasons why we deal with a country when they recognize we as a country. But it still just sound like words flopping.
All right, let's hone in on this. We got to do a news package real quick.
Okay. This news package is brought to you to the kind courtesy of Sats.
There you are.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
In the wake of the firefighters in Belize City last Friday going on a go slow, today reports are that they have upped the ante and staged a sick out at the city's 2 fire stations. That is the makeshift headquarters at the Marion Jones Sporting Complex and the station on the south side. Their discontent became public last week when firefighters in Belize City took to the media to complain that their overtime hours had been slashed. They also complained of their subpar working conditions due to the lack of proper fire station. They said they have insufficient sleeping quarters with aged bedding and that the area is infested with pests, including raccoons and crocodiles roam around too close for comfort. They also complained that they lack proper protective gear and that trucks are in a less than desirable condition. On Monday, 13 firefighters from across the country were called to meet with CEOs of the Ministries of Disaster Risk Management and Public Service, as well as with Public Service Union President Dean Flowers. Disaster Risk Management CEO Kennedy Carrillo told the media after the meeting that it was successful.
Obviously, some of the concerns that they have had in terms of adjustments that needed to be made with their overtime led them to come to quite a productive discussion with us that not only addressed this, but some of the other concerns that we are very well aware of and responding to. First of all, in regards to the overtime that had to be adjusted. As everyone knows, we are quickly coming to the end of the fiscal year. And unfortunately, historically, the fire department has always been one of those departments that is sometimes under budgeted, because as you know, fires are very unpredictable. So you may be able to estimate a certain budget and then you end up with a lot more fires. And obviously the overtime would then be adding up. And so throughout the year, the ministry has ensured that the firefighters have been receiving their overtime. As a matter of fact, we know that there are instances where some firefighters receive more overtime than the actual salary. And so with the end of the year, fiscal year coming very close, we had to make some adjustments to make sure that we could make it to the end of the fiscal year. I want to say that sometimes maybe the message was not carried in the best way, and this created some discontent among the firefighters. And so some of them took to the media, which is their right. And like I told them this morning, it also helped us to really understand how important this is to them.
Curry also said that since Friday they reached out to the Ministry of Finance to discuss the issue with Prime Minister John Briceño, and that they were reviewing if they could procure funds to meet the gaps. She said all was explained to the firefighters and they seemed to be pleased following the meeting.
As is throughout the public service, not only for the fire department, concerns in terms of allowances, concerns as it relates to promotions, to transfers, to increments. And so we took the opportunity to update them on what the ministry has done, especially since Minister Perez took over as Minister of Disaster Risk Management with responsibility for the fire department, we have been able to bring on board quite a number of administrative staff, finance officer, administrative officer, to address some of those concerns. In addition, of course, to looking at promotions and restructuring of the organization. And so they were very satisfied, first of all, that we welcomed them to the discussion. We did not run and hide. We were, able to sit with them, listen to their concerns, give them the assurance of what we're working on. And I think that all in all, it was a very productive meeting, and everyone left very positive and hopeful of positive outcomes.
However, while Carrillo claims that the 13 representatives of the various fire stations across the country were pleased, it does not seem that the vast majority of firefighters, at least in Belize City, share the same sentiment. Also, this is the first time we are hearing of firefighters complaining about their overtime hours being cut during this time of the year.
And the body of the man whose canoe capsized in the Belize River near the Agrippina-Cowich Bridge near Valley of Peace in Cayo on Thursday afternoon has been found. The man has been identified as Kevon Williams. His body was found just before noon on Saturday. The Belize Institute of Search and Rescue Training were called to assist in the search for Williams, but were unsuccessful in locating him. 3 others survived.
And that news package brought to you through the courtesy of
Huh.
All right. Welcome back. Let's get a girly word in there somewhere.
Of course. Of course.
There it is.
All right.
Butterflies are flying.
Butterflies blue. We do have some more old school pictures, right?
Yeah, we'll get them.
So it says, in case no one told you today, you're beautiful. You're loved. You're needed. You're alive for a reason. You're stronger than you think. You're going to get through this. I'm glad you're alive. Don't give up.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
Just in case nobody told you today. All right.
Well,
so now
thank
we have you're welcome. We have the first part of the man's perspective.
Yes. And this is a perspective.
Oh, yeah?
They are short, but they let you think about your inner self. This was said by Friedrich Nietzsche. Yes.
Frisco,
He who cannot obey himself will be commanded. That is the nature of living creatures. He who cannot obey himself will be commanded. That is the nature, yeah. If you cannot control your own self, if you cannot tell yourself what you will and won't do, somebody else will. Yes, because you cannot stop yourself. Very good.
You might not like it.
That's right. That's right.
Second part of the man's perspective.
Yes, all right. The second part.
So, okay, I'll tie it in with a word of advice.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know there was a fire. All right, so I'll do my word of advice. Marisol sent a recording, I guess, information about that fire. We'll get into that in just a minute. So my word of advice, along with the man's perspective, I'll call it that. And it says, never use your favorite song as your alarm.
Oh, I agree.
Why?
I agree.
I
Because
get tired of it.
Yeah, yes.
you're comfortable right there, so you might not wake up.
No, I get that, eh? And
No.
your
Yeah,
favorite song
you gotta
will
get it.
your favorite song will be your favorite song no more.
Anyways.
Your favorite song will be
Well.
equated with something that you don't like. Waking up. Hello?
The old school. Let me see. So we'll go over this. What Marisol sent here.
Do. As Mr. Frisco is going over it, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I get some old school. Okay, just you said Neil's Pen Road Extension is where the fire was.
Okay.
Neil's Pen Road Extension. Oh, let me put this mic here so I can briefly get this thing here.
At the scene, the fire is still raging. How the place name again? Firefighters have responded, and police is also at the scene. The fire is still raging, but I know that people would be asking questions in relation to the situation with the firefighters at this time, but keep in mind that what's been impacted is their overtime. So during regular work hours, they should be responding. And remember, there's also this talk about a sick out at fire stations. I don't know that everyone would have sicked out. So we do have members of the fire service responding here, but as has happened in the past, it appears that they are meeting challenges with access to water in a timely manner, and so.
Yeah, then.
There you go.
Not bad.
I'm not here, your groove. Yeah, so we just read the story about the firefighters, and some Marisol is kind of, she said that firefighters are there. So no sick out. The problem, she says, is with overtime. So so trucks are there on the scene. We heard the trucks. Neil's Pen Road Extension, and so yeah, that thrown in kind of brings it into perspective with the challenges that the fire department face right now, even with the conflict. So here comes a fire.
So what do you do?
And well, they're there. They've responded.
Are they there in full force, or are they just
Well,
there?
it's not.
No, they're there.
Every firefighter
They've
that called
responded.
in sick. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not every firefighter that called in sick, but I'm sure that there will be misty at times like this, But we hope that everybody's okay. We hope that nobody got hurt.
Right.
And that the loss of property or whatever is minimal.
Well, that might not be the case because the other problem is sourcing water.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that's what she
I
said.
wonder if there was a way that they could get water right out of those canals. I don't know.
I don't know whether the closest water source in Neil's Pen Road Extension.
Yeah.
So
I'm sure there's a way that you could filter that water out and dirt. And
that used to be it. Just drop in there. That used to be the thing. Drop in. But remember now they've closed up. They've closed up a lot of those.
Yes, they have.
And so it's not water. It's literally mud.
Yeah.
So that's the case with some of those now. It's not water, and then
Well, that's what I was saying. You wouldn't just drop your hose in there. It'd have to be something that filters out.
yeah. So I don't think they have that.
Water.
Why not get in the way and block up and make it worse?
I know.
Okay.
All right. So that's that. All right. Where we are.
Well, Belize has been spared higher prices because after running for 4 years on tariffs and threatening Canada and Mexico with 25% tariffs. Well, the man caved in. The man caved into Mexico and to Canada. And guess how they do it, Lise? Canada and Mexico agreed on a deal with Trump that they had agreed with Biden months ago. So, Trump did, I mean, he didn't get nothing. He did not get nothing. He just made a rattle saber for nothing. And Mexico say, all right, we're going to put 10,000 soldiers on the troop, on the border. They were going to do that long before Trump got in.
It reach out to people who don't know. And so if he says, see, I made it happen, they believe he made it happen. And
exactly.
That's
and he went to Canada, and Canada said, we are going to put $1.3 billion in border security. Canada announced that in December. So,
Yeah, for rational thinking people, we get it. But obviously, for his base, we're obviously uninformed. You could just tell any lie and then eat it up. That's a wild thing, wild times. You got to take a break, though, and I'll come back with what's left. Old School Tuesday.
Right.
You've been waiting for today. Today is your birthday. We just can't wait to celebrate. Because today is your birthday.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's Mr. Lenny Bailey right there. All right, we got birthdays today. See, no, maybe so.
Of course, this is the legendary, multi-talented Omar Zahir Kareem Akbar.
What? The Kareem birthday?
You said I'm not give man government name, but there you go. Happy birthday to you, sir. Hope you have many, many more.
Yep.
Earth Strong Day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Not only that, another person celebrating a birthday today on the 4th day of February is the one and only, legendary, known across the universe, Miss Tanya Carter Patico.
Okay. I think she has a new song out too, because she's been asking for
Yes.
DJs to send your
yeah.
email.
I'll post it for your birthday.
Oh, that's what she said? All right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you're telling DJs, send your email. Get the sign. All right. Happy birthday, Miss Cartier. This is Kenroy Jackson. Here he is saying, wait till I don't you protect the picture. Boom. Yes. Happy birthday to you, Kenroy. Coming to you from everyone. Wishing you many, many more.
All right.
Yes.
Anybody else?
No, I believe that's it.
Okay, on the book, there's Jenny Lee Rabatu today. Also, Fiona Samuels. Who else? Rona Martinez, birthday today. Randisha Stevenson.
Randisha too?
Yeah. Mia Williams, birthday today. Painy Payne, birthday today. Tara Fair, birthday today. Talented Tiff on the book. Tanya. Okay, that's her. Tanya Patico.
Yes.
All right. So yeah, that's birthdays. All right, good.
Well, watch your, there's a picture up there showing you the new Tesla speedometer. I don't know if they showed it yet, but it's brand new Teslas are coming out. The 2020, the speedometer. There it is. Yes. Very good. Very good.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I wanna. That gentleman that called from Roaring Creek, that was so much enjoying the show and how we made him laugh and everything. Papa, I got a joke for you to tell your friend in a Roaring Creek tonight. This lady that carry daughter to school. Suddenly, your daughter asked him, I said, Mommy, he said, how old are you? He might tell her, no, ask my lady age. He said, okay. How much you weigh? He said, you know, ask my lady, you weigh neither. And the man said, he drop her after school. He said, have a good day. So legal got to school and he vexed. Lee friend asked, what happened to you? Legal said, I don't know nothing about my ma. I don't know how much you weigh. I don't know how old are. The friend tell her, well, that's easy. Look on the driver's license. You want to get all the information. So when the legal got home, he take my driver's license and he look on it. He said, Mommy, I know you weigh 153 and a half pounds. He said, huh? He said, and I know that you 47 years old. He said, and I also know why you never want to tell me nothing. Because in a sex, you get an F.
That's in school terminologies right there.
Yeah.
You get a big F here.
You get an F. You know, by a driver's license, it says
female.
Or F.
You get a big F for your sex. Your sex already.
Yeah, man. But
your sex already. Ain't that a thing?
You know, puede. Yo, tomorrow when I say if we are talk about China, China is planning. They're thinking about devaluing their money. I know one thing when nations do intentionally, but China sees that the way how people are questioning the dollar now with BRICS coming up, and America is putting all these tariffs on people. China figure if they devalue their money just a little bit, it would bring down prices of their products. So instead of paying a 25% tariff for the United States to import the United States stuff, people would then start to import from China. So it would be a strategic move where you might take one step backwards, but it would propel you 2 or 3 steps forward. You know?
That's an interesting twist.
I'm telling you, bro, I'm telling you, the world is upside down.
Yeah, it's very upside down right now.
Yeah. You know, I'm glad that we made it through the whole show without Trump raising nobody's agita.
What is upside down?
What?
What is upside down? I was doing something.
The pineapple cake.
Somebody volunteered me to do something, so I did that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, really?
Well, the show done. So.
Just in time.
You volunteer for the thing when the show done. Oh, yeah.
Because?
I hope you do what I ask you. Yes.
All right. Chiming, one steward says, with the fire, most of the guys will respond.
Okay.
They are a good bunch.
All right.
Severely unpaid, of course.
Boy.
The problem is they are led by non-expert fire chiefs, supplanted on them without ever being trained and worked in the department. They come in clueless at the highest level. And it says governance and public service over the decades produce the same successes and suffer the same failures due to leadership and management challenges undermined by personality and politics.
Yeah. You see, I wouldn't even go that far because I don't know the ins and outs, or we don't know the ins and outs of what's happening there. What we do know is that they are underpaid, that they do go to work without having the proper equipment to do the job that they need to do, but they go every time they're called. So, you know, we've given our ideas as the simple things that could be done. Right. But we just want the firefighters know we there with Uno Papa.
The sad part about that, before we close the show, the sad part about that is that whenever these things happen and the firefighting happens on a subpar level, we all blame those poor guys. But it's not their fault.
Right.
We all blame them. Oh, them firefighter, they not ready, they suck, they make my house burn down.
We don't know their struggles, so we should not judge.
Know about struggles, about that of it ain't fault.
It's about not having the
right equipment.
They need to do.
That's one of the struggles.
But I'm just saying, we all blame them at the end. Where they stand up there for? Where is this? Well, we don't really sit down. I mean, of course, if you watch a house the burn down, and then you see the truck not gonna, then the natural thing is you at the point, man, that you there, you are take the
lead. Yeah.
Exactly.
But it's not their fault.
That's why we have been suggesting every time fire truck move, when I have one bows up somewhere in case I need it, bam. I know that I need the water before I run out of water. You know, so I just call and say, yo, we move to a fire and get ready in case we need it.
Well,
so that, yeah.
At one point, the people in charge sell the fire station, so. Sell the fire station that was more centrally located and put them at the edge of the community.
But I'm sure they put something very, very needed. Didn't they put something very needed at that spot?
Brilliant. They got one smaller station on the south side with one truck. And then the main station, which in the main station must really got one truck too.
But where they ask you, Lisa,
what?
Did they at least put something important at the spot of where the fire station was?
A parking lot is supposed to be. It was sold.
What?
It was sold.
It was sold to
the bank,
the financial institution right there.
Yeah, it was sold.
I remember a song that said, "They sold paradise, put up a parking lot."
But you're more centrally located. The disbursement and response time to areas was quicker. You put them way out there now way. I guess that for the north side, I guess. If the north side ever catch
Yes.
fire, yeah. So,
They're right
if
there.
they're on the south side, you have to wait longer.
All right. Well, what happened now is that we have already passed it. I noticed that Miss Love
We gotta go.
did her homework. Frisco didn't. Miss Love has her Black History Month person, and I figured no, me I do it. So I had a Black History Month person.
I don't know
so-
me the weird fact,
so-
Christmas.
Yeah. I know. So anyway, we are do 2 tomorrow because it is now 1 minute past 12.
We gotta go.
Oh, okay.
we gotta go.
Thank you so
That's
much
right.
for stewing with us. Please do take care of yourself. Enjoy everything about your Tuesday, Old School Tuesday. We're gonna do Old School Tuesday Wednesday. Trust me. Enjoy your.
Now, what
Yeah.
we to talk about will make we never get to nothing.
Well, we had a power outage, and then we had to get into
Other
the
stuff.
news package was important at the time,
You had 2 power outages.
and then yeah, it went and came and went and came. So,
That thing never blew the
after
microwave
11,
away.
after the last segment in the show is not a good time to call because remember the show is not just a call-in show.
Chris-
We
Just
have
go check the microwave. If the microwave still the worker, we could claim it.
yeah, that's the
Mine
part
is-
when Paul come back. But yeah, I was saying you know
Check mine.
the thing about this show is that we have content.
Mhm.
Yes.
And so we take some calls here and there, but it's not a call-in show. It's not the WUB
Mhm.
that is driven by calls. We are not driven by calls. We have a lot to say and a lot of injected material. So after 11 is not a good time to call back and be lengthy. If you have a quick point, we might take it. But after 11, just to our callers and our listeners, we don't want to feel bad.
Didn't tell my
But it's not a good time because we got to get in our pieces then. We got to do all our segments
Push the button, Gentile.
at that time. So
Ladies and gentlemen,
the second segment would be the best time.
make a try put that away when I have no feeling because
I don't say it already.
Frisco is like school on vacation time sometimes. No kind of class. Ladies and gentlemen, we
Lisa, did I say that bad? Did I say that terrible?
we appreciate each and everybody's input throughout the show.
Yeah, this one I
At the
know.
beginning of the show, before the first break, we generally do not take calls unless it's a very important call. But we would ask you that when you call, yes, we ask you that when you call, you make it quick and we move on because there's a lot of people trying to get in and we do value each and every one of your opinion.
Why, here I know.
So, yes, thank you very much.
Well, Mr. Wallpoint, that the last segment, not the first segment.
Yes, and yeah, the last segment, we usually got things over to try popping and stuff like that,
Mhm.
Yes, but we do appreciate you. And if you want, you could call Frisco after the show.
Diplomacy.
Yeah, you can.
Diplomacy. That's
All
right.
right, Lisa, take us out.
All right, guys. Thank you so very much for stewing with us. Please do take care of yourself. Enjoy your Tuesday. Stay safe. Keep yourself hydrated. We love you all. Know that. Know that you
Yo,
are.
Frisco, Lisa, me got hunting the other day, right?
Uh-huh.
The hunting is saying me go
Fishing.
fishing. You me catch any fish?
Yes, I did.
Sure.
You know exactly where the fish went there. Anyway, we gotta go.
That is
You
silly.
catch red snapper, you catch low and ras.
Oh my God.
Ah.
I-